In our video to this time, we're going to be looking at a little bit different than lofted boss or boundary boss, is we're going to look at the lofted or boundary cut. And so basically it's a very similar idea again. We're going to be joining two surfaces together, two different shapes together, but by a cut instead of by adding material. So we'll be taking material away. So let's start off and do a simple example. We create a new part. And we'll pick our front plane, sketch, and let's just sketch a 5 by 5 by 5 cube. Okay, so I got my square drawn. I dimension it to be 5 by 5. Okay, so we're fully defined in that case. Then I can exit my sketch, go to features, extruded boss base, we'll make that be 5 as well, and OK, and now we have our cube. Okay, let's just pick a couple of surfaces to draw some type of sketch on that we can cut between. So let's start with our top sketch. I'll go normal to it. I'm going to sketch, and let's just do a circle. I'm going to put this circle somewhere about right here, so it looks like I'm vertical from my axis. And we're going to dimension it again. We have to dimension the radius. Let's make that 1.5. I'm going to set that to be 1.5. I'm just making these numbers up. There's nothing important here about these in this case. It's just depending on what my design is going to be. 1.5 from that edge. And since I'm still underdefined, I'm going to add a relation. So I want that to be right in line with my origin. So I'm going to click on the origin in the center of my circle and get rid of this sketch part here. Then I'm going to click vertical, and now you can see it says fully defined. So now it knows where that square is, or that circle is. Okay, exit sketch, and let's go to this face down here. So I'll go normal to it again. I'm going to sketch. So let's sketch a circle again on it, and let's put it down towards the bottom half here. So again, I have a line that tells me I'm going to be below my origin point. I draw my circle, we dimension it, and let's make it the same size. And let's go still 1.5 from our edge, so down to my edge of my circle. And let's do add our relation as well, so that we're right underneath our origin. So I make sure that they're vertical. Again, let's get rid of that sketch. Sketch is selected, D2 sketch tree, because the sketch was highlighted. So we just, if I unhighlighted it, it would be gone. Otherwise, I just delete it. Again, we're fully defined. And exit sketch. So now I've got two circles drawn on my two different faces here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to join those together. We're going to cut a path between those. And so we go features. And we have two features we can use in this case. We use our lofted cut or our boundary cut. So if we do lofted cut first, sketch 3 was highlighted, so sketch 3 shows up here already. I also want sketch 2 up here to be selected. So either go up and I can select it, or I can go to my feature tree and pick the feature they want, sketch 2. Now just like with our building our boss base, we have these dots here that kind of tell us what parts are being connected, and we can move those around to try and match up to get a really good or get the best possible view or connection that we want to have, getting rid of twists or turns, that kind of thing. So let's see what happens when we do those two positions. We click OK, and now we've got a hole going from here to here. If I just click on the hole, we can turn it and we can see where our cut goes through. Our cut's going from this surface down to this surface. Okay, you can see the hole goes through it. Okay, that's a lofted cut. And again, it can be different shapes. It doesn't have to be the same circular shape, same sizes. It could be lots of different shapes that you're joining together to cut through. Okay, let's delete that. And we're going to do the same thing, both the boundary cut. Again, the boundary cut, same idea. I select the two objects that I want to cut between. And we get those same little circles, those same dots. And so sometimes they work the best when they're lined up right across from each other. You have to play with those to see what happens. But if I do that, they should be really close to what the lofted base or lofted cut look like. Okay, and if I click on my hole, again, as I turn, you can see what that hole looks like. Basically doing the same thing, same object, but we're going between two different faces to do a cut.